What up, people? So we have this Saturday on HBO a rematch between Bernard Hopkins and Chad Dawson after their controversial ending last year, where Dawson lifted Hopkins up and he fell and separated his shoulder. You know, there's been trash talk since then. You know, where Dawson says he was full of shit and he's an old man. He wanted out of the fight. And Hopkins is like, yeah, well, fuck you. But I'm not like too thrilled about the fight, to be honest with you. You know, some people hit me up asking about a prediction about it. So I got a couple minutes to kill. I think with Bernard Hopkins, man, it's a situation where we're just waiting for Father Time to like knock on the door, and we're waiting to see when the day is gonna come to say and you've had your time. But it just seems as if he wins fights, man. And with Chad Dawson, he's a fighter that has a lot of promise, or maybe had a lot of promise. Whatever way you want to put it. One issue I've had with him is he's one of those fighters that when he sees blood, or he smells blood, he doesn't go for the kill. And I think as a boxer, that sometimes that can make or break you in the end, especially if you're in a situation where there's not a lot of competition in your division. Speaking of light heavyweight. But with Chad Dawson, like I said, man, there's especially the situation he had with Jean Pascal, where he's losing that fight, and then I don't know if it was the 11th or the 12th round, he lands a hook, and then it looked as if Pascal was just like it's frozen in time. And fighters who smell blood, they would have attacked him and they would have gone for the kill. But it was like kind of like Paulie Malignaggi when he heard Baby Bull Diaz. He hits him, and Baby Bull kind of staggers, and he almost was like surprised himself. But look, that's the type of fighter Chad Dawson is. To me, with Bernard Hopkins, man, I mean, look, the guy has a ring IQ that's through the roof. I mean, I think the only fighter active that can match him with that is maybe Floyd Mayweather. But I mean, he knows how to get dirty. He knows how to use the ring to his advantage. He knows where to be. He knows how to position himself. He knows how to get fighters frustrated with his style. He's without question, man, the guy's gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer. But at this point, it's like, what else do you have to prove? With Chad Dawson, I don't think he has the overall skill set. I mean, he's a good boxer, don't get me wrong. I think Chad Dawson is really good, but I think Bernard Hopkins knows how to take fighters out of their game plan, and he knows how to make it an ugly fight. And like I said, he can get rough and he can get dirty. So with Chad, I don't think Chad Dawson's gonna win this fight. I think Bernard Hopkins is gonna, bar him, Father Time showing up, and I think that's something that I guess some of us are, I don't want to say anticipating, but we're waiting to see somewhat of some actual rust, in the chains. But I think it's also attributed to the competition that's at light heavyweight, man. There's no killers there. There's not a lot of volume punchers that would give Bernard some trouble at this stage of his career. And like I said, Chad Dawson isn't a guy who has that type of killer instinct where Bernard is gonna have to worry. So I see Bernard Hopkins winning a decision in somewhat of an ugly fight. And from this point, man, it's it's kind of like, what else do you have to prove, man? Because I mean, let's be real, man. Unless he's really gonna take a big step and prove the doubters wrong once again, and fight somebody like, let's say, Andre Ward at like 170 pounds, let's say, you know, I don't think he wants to take that fight. At least I don't think so. You know, I think that's too much of a risk, and it's a fight he doesn't need. But you know, you never know, man. You know, we don't know what Bernard's thinking. But I don't know, man. I got Bernard Hopkins by decision. Like I said, I'm not too excited about the fight. I'm gonna watch it, but I don't expect fireworks of any sorts. It's just, it's not that type of fight. So will Bernard get old overnight and, you know, Dawson pull off the win? We'll find out on Saturday. So I got Bernard Hopkins by unanimous decision. So I guess let me know what you think, and I'll be back to talk about it after. Peace.